Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Angeles Forest. This should be really neat. This is Tommy, and thank you so much for coming down with your really built M4. There's a cage in here, and racing seats, and a whole bunch of stuff I can see. AP racing brakes. Yep. What else you got going on?
Moton three-way coilovers, VF
independent
stage,
reservoir.
Yep.
Yeah.
VF stage 2 tune and TCU tune, sway bars, FIRs, Sport Cup 2s, pretty much intake, full bolt-ons.
All the goods, huh?
More or less everything.
Full bolt-ons plus brakes, full suspension, and cage. Okay, so I'm in what is your preferred driving mode?
I prefer comfort steering. I feel like Sport Plus is kind of artificially
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of the adjustable steerings. Let's see how this thing feels. Oh, Jesus. How much power is this taking?
It should be 500 to the wheels, plus or minus 20.
Oh my God, this thing is... That was like quarter throttle.
Yeah, I can't go full throttle on track. I've spun out twice doing it.
Really? These things are... First off, I'm pretty sure they're underrated from the factory.
Yeah.
Second of all, they're insanely fast. And with the way they have the turbos set up, you get this monster shove like right away.
At like 3,000, you get full torque, and it takes getting used to.
It does. It's way different. Did you say you had an E92 before?
Yep.
So the V8 car to the 6. What do you think?
You gotta work for torque in the V8. You gotta rev it out. But I had a manual, and it was so fun going through the gears.
And you did not buy a manual for this one?
No, I was going to turn this into a track toy, which I did. Figured dual clutch would be a little bit better for that, but...
It probably is, but...
Yeah. Honestly, the sound of the E92 is great, but this car chassis is better, and it's so much faster.
These things are stupid fast.
Yeah.
This one, it's like, I'm afraid to get near the pedal, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going like quarter, half throttle, and it just feels like it wants to jump out of its own tires, you know?
No, it's a handful.
Are these the BBSs look great? Are these wider wheels than the stock ones?
Yes,
as well?
so I'm 265s up front and 295 in the rear.
And what did it come with?
255 and 275s.
Holy hell, man! This is like too much car for the road.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
it's crazy.
I don't daily it. No. Canyons and track days only.
Everything is so touchy. Like the brakes are really touchy, which on the track when you're getting thrown around with all these G-forces, that's tricky, right, to manage.
No, it is. I've gotten better at it. My lap times have gone down a lot. Laguna, I can average around mid 140s, which is pretty good. I'm like not that great of a driver. Laguna.
In Laguna. Yeah. Oh, mid 140s. Oh, that's good.
Yep. And I don't know. The shop is taking this car and the GTS to compare in November, so that should be fun.
This is stupid fast, dude. It's really... You have to be very, very gentle with these controls. What is this on the steering wheel here?
Oh, so it's the electronic steering wheel. If you hold the two buttons, they'll turn on, and then you'll have the rev lights, shift lights.
Oh, these two buttons?
Yeah, and then it should show you. There you go.
Oh, cool.
So it'll tell you...
It's got temperatures.
Yep.
Is that oil temp and coolant temp right in the middle?
And then you can go through. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. Is that from BMW?
It is, but downside, it overheats on track and you don't get the shift lights.
What? Are you saying the steering wheel overheats?
Yeah, the sensor for some reason it overheats. A lot of people on forums have this. It sucks, right? You get it purely for those lights.
So here's what's interesting about this car. It's really twitchy when the torque comes on. You know, it's that 3,000 RPM.
Yeah.
It's going, but then once you have it straight and you're up to 5, it all of a sudden becomes sort of manageable.
Right.
Isn't that weird?
It is very strange.
It's not like the E92 where it builds, and max power is up top. It actually feels like maybe short shifting this thing
I don't rev it out.
way.
Yeah.
Let's go down this way where it's a little roomier. I can really feel the wider tires, you know, on the I'm sure on the track where the surface is perfect, that's you get more grip. But up here it actually it bounces the car around.
Yep.
This is neat, but it's hardcore, man. Really hardcore. Yeah, it's crazy. Like when you get that torque shove, it comes on so hard that you get nervous.
For sure.
And you like lift.
No, turn 2 Laguna and turn 11. It's 3,000 RPM spin.
Yeah, it's getting a little vibration through the brake pedal. May have some material.
Oh yeah, I was at track 2 days ago.
Okay, so you probably have some pad material deposited on the rotors. You may have to do a rebed.
Some hard braking.
Yeah? How was the track?
Oh, it's great.
God, this fucking car is so fast.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Tommy. I'm not sure I'm actually enjoying it. Do you enjoy it?
I do, but it scares the shit out of me sometimes.
Like, it's so fast and it's so on edge that
you don't really get to play it.
I'm stressed out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel I'm so nervous driving it. Like, even with all the grip and all the brakes and all that stuff, it still just like makes me nervous.
Oh, definitely. But that's fun, right?
I guess. It's fun when it's your car. When it's someone else's, that's a different story. But I will say this: it's a pretty refined experience, you know, as far as noise and that kind of stuff goes. I have yet to hear any of the new M3, M4 cars that sound even halfway decent with exhaust.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, maybe there's one out there, but have you found a good sounding exhaust for these yet?
Eisenman came out with the GT4 exhaust, just 2 pipes. It sounds a lot better, but it drones like crazy.
Really? Oh, that's
so you can't even use it. This drones pretty badly.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Let's go back up. And the Pilot Super Sports are now covered in gravel. They're cups actually.
Yeah, it's 4 cup twos. Yeah.
God, that initial throttle. What if I take it out of? Let's see. How do I go back to my different modes? What if I take it out of sport
and put it into efficient? One more. There you go.
I'm just gonna try efficient and see if it dumbs the throttle down to the point where I can actually modulate it. Stock turbos, right?
Yep.
So it's 500 to 520 at the wheels, stock turbo. Wow. So what you have? Is it just intake, exhaust, intercooler? Is that pretty much it, or is there a fuel system upgrade or something?
Not yet. Not up for it yet.
So just the basics.
More or less, just basic bolt-ons.
God, cars are so fast now.
I know, right?
Wow. I just had to look down at the speedometer to realize the speed I was going because I didn't really feel it.
Yeah.
This is a
Get in trouble
weird
quick.
car. It's like, it's so cool, but it's also just,
you don't feel the speed,
really
right?
Get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You really feel the shove when you first get into the pedal, but then when you start going really quick, you have no idea how fast you're going. I will give you that the exhaust sounds a lot better in the car than it does outside the car.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of these guys who have these M4s with exhaust are like, they think they sound great in the car and they don't realize
outside, it's like,
how much the rest of us hate them when you're driving by.
I'm gonna try some more exhaust, see if I can get something else, but I just probably not realistic.
I've heard a bunch of different ones. It makes you really appreciate why BMW did their speaker thing.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they realized back in Germany, like, hey guys, this engine, it does sound very good. We should make a speakers play the music.
Yeah. The new B58 though, that sounds great.
That does sound cool. I drove the new 340 and I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
that was a surprisingly fast car. What you don't get with those is the gearbox. That one had the ZF.
Oh yeah.
I'm going. Whipping. I didn't want to risk them going straight, getting stuck behind them.
No, definitely.
It's real fast. I will give you real fast. I'm not going to say what that speed was, but it was a multiple of the speed limit. Man, I still think the best M3 I've ever driven was the Dynet Stroker.
Yeah? Oh, that car is amazing.
The Dynet 4.6 Stroker was such a monster.
No, for sure.
And it had that linear power band, but it had as much power as this.
Yeah.
And the sound. I just found out they're not making those engines anymore.
Wait, really?
You can't buy them, yeah.
Oh, that's unreal.
Because someone I knew wanted to get one and couldn't get it. And he was trying to find a complete car with one in it, but even those are expensive.
Yeah.
'Cause that was like a $25,000 engine.
Right.
And it was an awesome $25,000.
No, it's an amazing mod. I actually moved to New York for work,
Uh-huh.
and then I figured I'd sell my car, and then I, like 3 months later, moved to California. I was like, oh shit, I need a new car. Okay.
In New York, you don't need a car. You join Classic Car Club. That's the move.
Yeah.
That costs the same as it would cost to keep a car in New
yeah.
York. Okay, I'm getting a little more comfortable with this now. The first few minutes in this car are very nerve-wracking. And then after that, I mean, the suspension clearly has things under control.
Yeah.
Although you do have to fight it a little bit because the wider tires make it move around a bit.
Yep.
And the torque when the boost comes on is nuts.
Yeah.
And there's another one up there that's even faster. What's that going to be like?
It's going to be absurd. It's got the Akrapovic exhaust too.
Oh
you
my
can
God,
listen to that.
I got to do another M4 that has 80 more horsepower than this.
Yeah.
That's going to be terrifying.
Yeah.
I do like, even though the guys on M3 board or whatever have had trouble with this with the steering wheel, I'm about it.
It's pretty sweet, right?
It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's really cool. Having that display with the temps there is pretty bitchin'. Oh, hello, Park Rangers. You got a short shift. Short shifting is the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's much easier to drive in efficient mode.
Really?
Yeah,
I need to try that.
It dumps down the throttle a bit, so you can modulate it a little more. Right on that initial tip
Yeah.
in, it doesn't give you that. I don't know. I don't know if it dials back the power at all, or if it will still give you full power.
It should be full power still, yeah. Just not as sudden, I guess.
Cars are too fast
No,
now.
for sure. Like, how much faster can we get than this?
Dude, all cars are too fast. When I drive some of these McLarens and stuff,
my God.
they scare me.
Yeah.
All right, Tommy, this car's insane. Like, it's honestly, it's too much for me. I'm too nervous to go quick in this
Wait
thing.
till you see the next one.
I know that one's got 600 horsepower. Like, what do you do with that? Like, the problem is that it's that people shouldn't have these. Like, you really should have to like pass some kind of a test
for sure.
before you can just write a check and get something like this.
No, I agree.
It's so crazy.
Yep.
I really appreciate
No,
it.
definitely.
Drive it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Tommy. I mean, please stay safe in this car.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I'm glad you have the roll bar and the harnesses and stuff, which I'm not using, but they are here, and it's really nutty. It actually makes me kind of nervous to drive it quickly, but you know, if you can get comfortable in this car, you're going to be one of the fastest guys of the track day for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Working on that. Miata's still past me all the time. That's okay.
Driver mod.
He needs a lot of
Tommy.
work.
Yeah, check out Tommy's Wheelwell to see the complete build sheet for this car. It is quite extensive, actually. There's a bunch of stuff we didn't cover on the video. Check out my Wheelwell. You want to see what my car is happening in the world of Matt's Garage. And thank you again, Tommy, for coming
thank you.
and joining us. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.